Hello everyone. I know it's been a while, which is sort of unacceptable considering I've been doing basically nothing. But I guess I have been working. You know, sort of trying to practice social distancing, self-quarantine myself. I'm trying to be responsible, which, I'm basically super antisocial, so it's not that hard for me. I love sitting in the house. Also, as you know, probably because it's all I ever talk about, I was totally unemployed after my last show closed. I became lightly employed over the past few months, and now everybody I know is totally unemployed because the entire theater industry has been shut down. Obviously, because it's, a bed for sickness to spread as fast as possible because you're all contained in such a close space, and that goes for front of house where the audience is, and also backstage. If one person gets something, the entire cast, crew, whoever works there is definitely gonna have it because that's the way it works. So yeah, everybody I know is now totally unemployed. And this next 2 weeks are supposed to be my big weeks. I had a lot of work. Unemployed, fully unemployed. What else? The virus. What? It's just another thing. Pandemic, here we go. I thought that Libby's video last night about the virus was very good. I thought she had a lot of good information. She's a nurse, so she has the inside scoop, but I thought that it was very good in explaining the situation. So I enjoyed that. Thank you so much. I mean, I watch the news 24/7, so that's all I ever hear about. The virus, the virus, the virus. Anyway, of course, as a human being, yesterday I went panic shopping. And it wasn't so much that I was panic shopping, it was like I literally have no food in my house. Partially because I live alone and I don't buy a lot of food because it just goes bad. But also because I'm poor, because I'm only lightly employed. So I've been trying to bare minimum, sort of what do I need to get through this week? So I go to the grocery store and it's a mob scene, so I'm like, cool, this is healthy and responsible. So not only is it a mob scene, but the people are crazy. I have never seen a more hyper-focused on me, as in them, each and every individual hyper-focused on oneself, than the people in this grocery store. You would say, excuse me, it was like they didn't even fucking hear you. Like you were walking down the aisles and they just were unaware that anything was happening around them. And I'm like, I've never seen anything like this. And I guess it's the stress and the panic can make people more selfish, but I just can't help but think we should be a little more aware. This is the time to be the most aware that we've ever been because we're trying to stay safe ourselves and keep everybody around us safe. So I found that very frustrating. All the food was gone, obviously. There were paper goods at the time. I ended up with 2 rolls of paper towels, and I had bought toilet paper real recently, so I am good on the toilet paper front, and I got paper towels, which was great. There was one man, I'm gluten-free, which is really unfortunate because bread is my favorite food, and I'm the gluten-free section was behind a giant line, and I'm like, oh no, I'm never getting over there. I just wanted some crackers, man, for my hummus. And so I'm looking, and the man standing in front of the section was like, do you need to get in there? And I went, oh my God, that's the nicest thing anybody's done for me all day. Because I was just so happy that he could be aware enough to notice my presence. And the fact that he wanted to help me get to the gluten-free crackers was really a tiny, tiny little thing that he could have done to make me happy. Anyway, the shopping experience, apparently everybody went panic shopping yesterday, so I'm not the only one. I saw the stage manager from my last show in there. He was like, what's up? I'm like, it's panic shopping day. We're both gluten-free. I'm like, we can't eat anything here, we might as well leave. Great, so that was my panic shopping experience. My next big thing, I have a list, I need a list this time. My hand from working is swollen up like a balloon. It's painful all the way up. My thumb is swollen. I can't straighten these two. That's as far as they'll go. And it actually feels much better than yesterday, because yesterday when I opened my hand this far, it felt like it was tearing right in there, and you can see how swollen it is. I'm seeing a doctor for that on Monday. Of course, like, I don't think it's broken. I'm pretty sure it's an overuse injury, and I'm hypermobile, so I get a lot of injuries along this line. This is my problem though. Because I'm hypermobile and used to being in pain, I usually don't seek any medical attention for any of my pains until it gets kind of out of control, because I'm like, oh, it's fine, this happens all the time, it'll go away. This time it's not going away, and this hand doesn't feel great either, like, because I've been using my left more than my right, because my right looks like this. Yeah, so you know, it's from mainly cutting, I feel like, was the thing that caused this to happen in the first place. You know, cutting doll clothes, tiny little precision cutting, and moving those two fingers in that way puts a lot of pressure on that area, yada yada yada, here we are. But also, the job that I started doing requires steaming and ironing for 4 straight hours, and that action repetitively also is also going to cause a lot of pressure on that area. So, in a horrifying way, it's probably good that I don't have to do that for a month, so I can let my hand heal up. But it sucks because I'm trapped in my house and I can't fucking sew or really do any sort of art at all. Oh, I forgot my book. Damn it. I'll put a picture. Moving on. Fucked up hands. All I can do is sit and watch movies, so that's what I've been doing. I just took some Advil and I actually feel a lot better, but I don't want to chance it before I see the doctor. I'm gonna have to do PT, and I don't want to do it. I hate PT. Always in PT. Next thing, I'll show you all the stuff that I did before the great hand injury incident of 2020. I'll start with this girl, and this is the thing that I wanted the picture from. It's sitting on the table over there. I'm not gonna go get it. Here's my PashaPasha girl. She's in this cool short situation that I made. I had done a drawing, and I called her Coronavirus, and she was just like sort of a post-apocalyptic cool girl in like a cool outfit. It was apocalyptic looking. I don't know if I can get the right light for these shorts to shine, but they are reflector fabric with another pair of shorts on top. I think they're kind of shining. I don't have any of anything else than natural light right now. Ooh. She's a little flop. So there's that. I'll put the picture in here so you can see it. I'm gonna finish the outfit eventually, but obviously, like, I can't right now because I can't cut. I have like no fine motor skills. It's a nightmare. So that's the bottom, the middle bottom half, because she's gonna have some leggings, some knee pads, not leggings, stockings, knee pads. She's gonna have elbow pads, and this is a PashaPasha shapeways bra, but I'm gonna make her like a bra top. So in the same vein as that, I made this dress, which I can't get on the doll because my hands don't work. And I can't really show you how it works, but I will put pictures of the various ways in which it can be worn. I had done a collection of clothes in college, which was like 110 years ago, back in the Stone Age, that were like sort of streetwear that could be worn in many different ways. So this dress is basically, there's hair in it. There's gonna be hairs in everything because my dog sleeps in the bed. It can be worn like this, which is technically upside down, and it's sort of more of like a daytime look. You'll see in the pictures, and it's got this really cool. Or flip it this way, and it looks a little bit more nighttime. It's got this cool shape on the bottom, which I'm super into. And now that I've run through that, I'll talk about my Etsy a little bit. So me and Jason, because we were unemployed, put a whole bunch of stuff that we had already sewn up on Etsy. We have a really cute Etsy shop now. You should check it out. There's a link in the channel. And I'll also link it, well, I don't think I can link, I'll link it in the description, and I'll put a little thing in the video. I'll put it here, now, so you can see it now, and then I'll show it to you again at the end. So that, and in the Etsy shop are clothes for basically most dolls. We have Barbie clothes that fit an old Barbie body, a new Barbie body, and fits fashion royalty dolls. So there's a whole bunch of that stuff in there. There are some clothes for Popovi. There are some clothes for PashaPasha. The PashaPasha and the Jean doll can wear the same size clothes. So there's Jean Marshall clothes in there. And then we have a whole bunch of stuff for Blythe also. So if you're interested in like a variety of different types of doll clothes, you should check it out. The prices aren't crazy. A lot of this stuff is kind of priced on the lower side because it was all just made, and some of it's not the best, so like it's not gonna fall apart, but like it's not finished on the inside, so the prices reflect what it is. Everything's cute from the outside, let's put it that way. So yeah, Etsy, you should check out the Etsy. You never know what you can find. Next, this is our first PashaPasha lingerie commish. So it's this cutie. It's all bundled. I'd unbundle it, but I don't think I could bundle it back up, so I'm just gonna show it to you like this. And that's for the small busted girl, which I like guessed a pattern and it was perfectly right, which is amazing. The only thing I'm concerned about, because I can't get a measurement because I don't have the doll, is the straps. The length of the straps, which is always a problem, even when you have a doll, because you think you've measured it right and then you fucked it up, so you have to go back and fucking fix it. It's very hard to pull it apart with all the mini stitches in there. So yeah, this one looks really good. I'm proud of this. Me and Jason worked on it together because that's what we do with the lingeries. So there's our first commish. Pasha has all of our samples right now, and she's gonna photograph dolls in them, except she doesn't have a large bust piece, which all the lingerie is for, so she's waiting on that, and when she gets that, you'll see that in her world also. Next, let me see. This is just a quick pair of pants that I made literally for a photo shoot. Like I wanted to, because she's a dancer, so here she is in her leotard, and I wanted to give her some like warm-up pants, so I like threw those together in 5 minutes so I could do the photo shoot, which actually is like my favorite way of making clothes, because like they're not good, but like you get a nice thing, you use it for the moment. I can't take it off of her and put her back in her regular clothes because my fucking hand doesn't work. But there's her in her pants. Next is them. I went through like a phase where like all I wanted to do was sew for them because like I'm so obsessed. Wait, hold on, my hand doesn't work. Pick them up. But I realized that not a lot of people have this doll, so like if I'm trying to make money, I should probably make clothes for dolls that people actually have. So like I made them this cute outfit. This skirt was made from scraps of this. There were like 2 scraps, and I was like, what can I cobble together out of that? So I made this skirt. And then I made this top, which I ended up like falling in love with, and I made it for Pasha and Popovi's sister's doll also, and that is for sale in a set in our Etsy shop. Check it out. This one's, of course, unfinished, has no buttons in the back like the other ones do. Just a pin holding it together, and I would sew closures on there, but I literally can't, so this is where we're at. With them, I like kept making them things. I feel like I made them more than this also, and I just wanted to keep working on them, but I was like, it's gotta stop. I'm trying to make some money. Here's another thing I did. These were some PashaPasha shapewear shoes, and they were yellow, and I bought them in yellow to go with that bra because I liked the yellow, and I had like gray, and I like yellow and gray together. I was like, they're cute. But then I could only use the yellow shoes with that outfit, which was stupid, so I painted them in shiny black, and they have red soles, so I made her a pair of Christian Louboutins. You know, she's classy, she deserves it. And I guess this is the last dolly thing I'm gonna talk about. This is my I can't straighten her out. I don't know what to do with my forearm. My mannequin for the large size dolls for Pasha. So when we get lingerie orders for the large doll, I have something to try them on. Unfortunately, she still also has a large bust. My hand. Straighten. And I did a face up on the head, obviously, as you do, and she came out really good. I realized after I did this face up, like, I'm good at face-ups, but like only this face-up. Every single one of my dolls other than my conjoined twins, oh, I named them. Big thing. I named them after Dawn French and Jennifer Saunders, the British comedy duo, so their names are Dawn and Jennifer. I thought that the closed mouth girl, her wig is gonna fall off, hold on. The closed mouth girl reminded me of like young Jen Saunders, and so I was like, Dawn and Jennifer. I always idolized them, so I have a conjoined twin doll named after them. Anyway, back to her, back to this girl. I can't actually, like, I can't pose a doll right now, which is absurd. There's her beautiful face, the same beautiful face that every single one of my dolls have. It's a nice face up though, I mean, if that's your thing, you know, people have a style. I wish I could get the glare of her face. This is all sunlight, all natural. That's better. So that's what she looks like. She's super cute. So I get this mannequin in my home and I start playing with it and I'm like, look at that shoulder action, and I'm like, I need the fully posable PashaPasha doll in my life. Now I'm unemployed, but my chance of becoming employed in the fall is something that could happen. So I'm hoping that I know that a job is coming. There's a pre-order in September for the exact doll that I want. So I'm hoping in September I can get the PashaPasha Mini Breath in ebony skin, ebony silk, I think she calls it, ebony silk. And that's like my dream doll. Look at this body. She's not strung that tight, and I obviously can't move my hands. She looks crazy right now. And like some of this weighting has come out, so she's not at her peak, but like just having her in my home and like playing with this body, it just makes me want one so bad. This was like a body that she was working on that she messed up, and she's like, here, take it as a mannequin. She's just like, she's a dream. She's dreamy, and look at the beautiful detail. I mean, you can't really see, oh, you can on the back because she has less jewels. Look at the beautiful details on it. Like, I'm sorry everyone, but this is just my favorite doll. I love PashaPasha dolls. I love PashaPasha as a person, and like, she's dreamy. I like that they have like angular, hard, sort of masculine faces. She's actually got a softer face. And she has like a new doll that has a softer face also. And I was contemplating, I was like, do I want Breath? Do I want the new girl? I'm like, no, I like that hard edge, angular face. And Breath was the one I originally wanted. So, we'll see what happens. If I don't have a job, I'm not gonna buy it because it's irresponsible, but I'm hoping that I do. I'm hoping that the coronavirus disaster ends in a month so we can all just go back to work. And I'm hoping that everybody stays safe amongst the panic and the crazy, and hopefully things get themselves under control soon so we can all go back to living our normal lives. Hopefully no more people die because it's really sad. Anyway, you know, everybody stay safe. Keep your distance from others. Wash your hands. It's super important. And, you know, there's great movies on Netflix right now. I watched a lot of them. So, alright, that's the end of this video. Bye.